What is up, ladies and gentlemen? This is Brandon, and I got a question today, and it kind of made me think maybe actually making a short video about it wouldn't be a bad idea. But I had someone ask me, and I've been asked this in the past, what do you do when you're driving or have to drive a turbo car that has not been tuned and it doesn't come with a turbo normally? So you're talking about a car that you put a turbo on and it did not have a turbo from the factory. How do you drive it if you have to drive it? And normally the answer is you try not to drive it, but if you have to, or if something came up, you let somebody borrow your car, or that's your only car, you can still drive it. So right now I am in my Honda Accord. It is the car that I turboed. We are not on the tuned ECU. I'm on the stock ECU. My stomach got a little hungry, so I went up to the Subway and got me a sub. Boom. Still have to get everything to go, because if you're watching this from way off in the future, we are still dealing with the human malware. I can't say the name of it, but the Roner, as we'll call it. So we're still on quarantine, and you still can't eat at restaurants or sit down to eat. I hope that's fixed in the future, but if it's not, oh, that kind of stinks. Anyway, but yeah, you can drive your car. The number one thing is to try to keep it out of boost. So high RPMs is fine, but low throttle input is the key. You build boost with throttle input. Obviously RPMs are help that too, but somebody's like, oh, you got to keep your RPM super low. That's not always the case. You can keep your RPMs low and lug the motor, but if you have a lot of throttle input, then you can still build quite a bit of boost. So the best thing is to have a boost gauge installed, so that way you can watch it and keep that needle as low as possible. Realistically, you want to keep it under a couple PSI at most. Obviously my setup, I'm only running like 5 PSI, like wide open throttle, so I'm not having to watch it as much, but I still am watching it, and I'm still being easy on the car. You don't want to you don't want to be boosting on an untuned car. It'll run lean, and it will mess up the engine. You'll have engine failure. So yeah, and I mean, like right now I am driving my Accord untuned. If I go to get in it, will it make boost? Yes. Will it blow the motor up? Yes, it will. Will it do it all at one time? No, it may take a couple pulls. It may take 20, 30 pulls. That's just one thing that you don't know. But once you get it tuned, then you'll have the safety of having the correct air-fuel ratio, and you'll be good to go. So yeah, I still have not heard back from the internet seller that sold me the ECU that was supposed to have a tuned base map on it for me. Obviously it's not great to run around on a base map either, but it is way better than being on a stock computer. So I reached out to Jay Mills, see if he can't get me in for a legit tuning session, and yeah, that's probably what my next step is going to be. So thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you on the next one. Adios.